Hi, it's Russ from Studio One Expert. I want to give you a review of the RC500 and the VT1, which are the channel strip collection, which have just been released from PreSonus for Studio One. And they come as a pair, and the VT1 is a tube modeling channel strip, and the RC500 is obviously a model of the RC500 channel strip. To be honest, the VT1 has a lot of stuff that you'd find on the 700 channel strip, so I'm assuming that's where it kind of came from. And I've had them for several weeks. I got pre-release copies from PreSonus to have a look at. They wanted to see what we thought of them. And so we've been playing with them for some time. And as you can see, they work both in full screen mode, in regular plugin mode, but also in these lovely micro modes where the meters are there and stuff you can do very quickly within the plugin to do minor adjustments rather than keep opening them up. So that's very nice. And they work in the standard way. You drag and drop them into the channel, and there they are. And then you can expand them to get this micro view. And depending on how big your mix window is, then as you can see there, then you can see all the component parts of it, turn them on and off, and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you on this mix these in action. And what I'm going to do first is look at the VT1, and it's on this vocal. Got this female vocal, girl I'm working with at the moment. As you'll hear, she's got a fantastic voice. No auto-tune. She's a one-take wonder, and she turns up on time, and actually even brings her lunch with her. So no, you can't work with her. She's working with me. What a gift, eh? Anyway, so enough of the talent which I've enjoyed working with so far. And I'll show you the VT1. So quick overview. You've got the input stage here. High pass filter, trim. Turn the high pass filter on and off. 200 all the way down. They've got this impedance mode, and I suppose that's where I'm thinking of the 700, and depending on how you move that impedance, it will range from warm right up to nice and edgy, and you can test that, and I'll show you in action on this vocal in a minute. So tends to be A way down to A is warmer and thicker, and E to F is thinner and more edgy. Phase flip and gain on that preamp. Then you've got a compressor with threshold and ratio, 1:1 to 4:1. So there's no things like brick wall compressor and stuff on this. It's mainly aimed at, as I say, channel strip type compression, attack and release, comp bypass, makeup gain, and then EQ comp order. So some people, this big discussion that goes on, EQ first or comp first. Well, on this one you can make your own decision and choose that. Then to the middle you've got the metering in, gain reduction meter. And then you've got a level here to kind of level the whole thing up at the end. And I'm using that so that when we do the A-B comparison, there's no gain change. So it shouldn't make any difference in terms of perceived good or bad. Then we've got the equalizer, top 2K to 20, mid 800 to 8, low mid 160 to 2, and then low 20 to 250, and all with plus and minus 16 dB of gain. High frequency can be peak or shelving, low frequency the same. And then we have the EQ bypass as well. And so let me show you in action. One thing I've found out about this is it sounds incredibly smooth, incredibly warm. So on this vocal, I've chosen this track that we're working on at the moment in the studio because there's quite a range here. So if we start here at the beginning with her singing.
If it's true what they say, and life's a beach, then let the tide come in and wash away my pain. There is one thing in life they just don't teach. Life is cruel. They never told me that in school.
So just A-B it on that quiet bit first. So that's her on.
If it's true what they say, and life's a beach,
Let's just bypass that now.
then let the tide come in and wash away my pain. There is one thing in life.
So what you can hear there, you can really warm up that vocal. Often it's quite hard to warm up vocals without them sounding too boxy, but this is a really lovely EQ, and as you see, there's not a lot going on in the sense of really warming. What I'm doing, actually, I'm putting some air in at the top because it goes right up to 20, and then I'm actually using the next frequency as a de-esser, and I'm cutting about 5K where we're getting some problem kind of sibilance in there. frequency about 320, not much going on, and then about 80, a little peak as well. But I'm using the high frequency as a peak rather than a shelf. And as you can hear, it's nice and warm and open.
If it's true what they say, and life's a beach.
Put that back to there.
If it's true what they say,
Just warming her up.
and life's a beach,
Some air in that vocal.
then let the tide
Now the next thing is this impedance, because if you listen to this impedance and I just move through it as she's singing,
come in and wash away my pain. There is one thing in life they just don't teach.
that's making a heck of a difference.
Life is cruel. They never told me that in school.
So I'm using C. C seems to work on this vocal in this track here. And the next thing I want to talk about, so that's it. And the compressor, just kissing the needle, in the words of Dave Pensado.
And I know I'm not
At that first bit, but then when she kicks in, you see the compressor, and you'll see the gain reduction meter here in the channel as well kick down.
No, I'm not the only one, and I won't be the last.
Let me move to the chorus now, and you watch this, or listen actually, the gain reduction, as I say, fast attack, very fast release as well, so it's just basically catching the peaks. I could push that up a bit as well. 3 to 1, and then pretty hard compression going on in this chorus when she starts belting it. But listen how smooth this compression is and how transparent it is.
Don't break my heart. Don't break my heart again.
Let's take it out.
Don't break my heart. Don't break my heart again.
So very, very nice. So I have to say that this is a very, very nice channel strip, especially for vocals. Lovely on vocals. Haven't tried it on acoustic guitar, but I think on acoustic guitar it's going to have a very similar effect. So this first one's very nice, especially this impedance. And I say with the impedance, you can really push that gain and add a load of character in. So it's a really, really sweet plugin. And then we have, as I say, as the added bonus thing, we've got the RC500. So I've got it all over stuff. So I'm going to show it on a piano, actually. Let's take this piano and play this and take it from the top again. There's the original. Just take the master down a bit. And just pull this back up so we've got a nice A-B there. There's the original. Let's just nudge that compressor. Now what you'll see on this is that we've got the attack and the release and the threshold, which is what you want on a compressor, but no ratio. And so it's auto ratio and it's program dependent, I'm guessing. And so if you play that again from the top. And again, I've got the preamp here. And the equalizer, let's do some of that piano. You can hear that EQ really is nice and musical. Well, let's push the threshold even more. And again, so you can really slam it. But obviously the character's all gone up that piano. Again, just kissing that needle a bit. There's the original. Put some more bottom end in. So let me show you on the bass guitar. See that on the track?
And I won't be the last.
So it's really helping to sit that bass in the track.
And I know I'm not the only one. And I won't be the last. Don't break.
So as you can hear, it's really making some really warmth to that track. So what I was going to show you as well was just quickly on the drum bus. I've got it here as well. So I've got 3 drum parts. I've got the kick and the snare. This is all MIDI parts at the moment. So this is Superior Drummer. So I've got on that snare. As I say, again, the compressors are incredibly smooth. Just kick that kick drum up a bit more. Play that kick now. And again, we can go really low on that kick if we wanted to. Just giving that kick some body. Nice and round now. Then on the kit itself, let's go back a bit more on the track. Nice on those room mics. Push that hard on the room. Turn all those back off. Pull those back a bit because that difference is there. So there we are. What do I think? I think that these 2 plugins for $99, 60 quid in England, are absolutely brilliant. I give them a huge thumbs up. I think that my understanding is, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I'm sure you will, that these are Studio One plugins only. And if that's the case, what a stroke of genius by the guys at PreSonus, because these are killer plugins. These are another reason to think about using Studio One. And the sound of them is very smooth, very nice, and I'm very impressed with them. I've got virtually every plugin on the planet because of the role we play in reviewing stuff all the time. And I've got stuff like the Mag EQ4 and Pultex and all sorts of stuff like that. I've even got the real stuff in my rack like Focusrite and other plugins. And I have to say, these are incredibly good plugins for a first outing on modeling stuff in this way. In vintage stuff, and especially these 2 channel strips, they've done a fantastic job. And I can imagine people mixing entire tracks with just these 2 plugins doing the compression and the EQ. They are that good. They are very good. And this will be the first one for the site. So I'm going to give it an Editor's Choice Award. Anybody on the team can do this, so I'm going to do it anyway. So Editor's Choice Award for this because these are great. So my verdict is huge thumbs up. Well done to PreSonus. They're lovely. They sound great. Finally, the added bonus of having these as micros in the track is just really nice. You see things going on here.
And life's a beach. Then let the tide come in and wash away.
So thank you for watching, and see you again soon.
There is one thing in life they just don't teach. life is cruel. They never told me that in school. And I